Hey guys, it's me Nathan. Has this ever happened to you?
Nathan, it's intermission. What do you think so far?
I don't know where we're at. Like, are we halfway in the book? I forgot what page number are we at. Where are we at? What chapter is this? Who's Hammond?
Perfect, because this has happened to me as well. We've all seen moments when the book has differed from the movie adaptation, but don't worry, this time, I'm here to help. This video will be about the book Jurassic Park and how it compares to its film counterpart. But I figured the best way for me to explain the book would be by sharing some moments in the story that were not only just funny for me, but clear indications I would actually not attend this park. Let's begin. So the beginning of this book does a great job of providing more context to the world Jurassic Park takes place in compared to its movie. Picture a world where biotechnology and genetic engineering has become more advanced than what we have today. New hybrids of produce and the possibility of reviving extinct or endangered wildlife is the talk of the town. Now picture you're a man in a failing marriage, and you figure a trip to Costa Rica would be nice. She still thinks you suck, so you take her and your daughter to an isolated beach where your kid ends up getting bit by a dinosaur. Do you think your marriage is saved? No, it is not. It's here that we start getting the idea that wait, something is happening in Isla Nublar. We then get into the characters. We are introduced to billionaire extraordinaire John Hammond. This man is the founder of International Genetic Technologies Incorporated, or InGen. This company is one that's at the forefront of genetic engineering. How do we know? Because Hammond created a miniature elephant that's diseased and gets rashes. So he flails it around a camera to investors saying that this money can help create more research to create more mini elephants that are diseased. But what he really does with the money is create Jurassic Park, an amusement park that plans on using genetically modified dinosaurs to gain customers and a lot of money. Except he's having some problems convincing some investors that what he's working on is going well. So he invites the lawyer, Donald Gennaro, Alan Grant, the paleontologist, Ellie Sattler, the plant specialist, and Malcolm, aka Jeff Goldblum. This group pulls up to Jurassic Park thinking it's a random amusement park until they see some brachiosauruses, or is it brachiosaurusi? Anyways, they're walking. This makes Grant go into goo goo gaga mode because he's never seen a dinosaur that wasn't buried 6 feet under. We immediately get Ellie's suggestions as she quietly notes that the park has even revived old fauna from the Jurassic period. Even an extinct fern that can kill babies and harm any adult that touches it, but shh, dinosaurs. Everyone checks into their fancy hotels in the park and notices that unlike the blueprints, these rooms have smaller windows. And bars over the windows? And steel-plated doors? And there's a huge scary fence that hugs every corner of the park. Why would they do that? Because it's decoration. Shut up and...
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Well, Malcolm is an expert on mathematics, and specifically this beautiful thing called...
of chaos.
I'm still not clear on chaos.
Oh, no wonder you study plants, because you don't understand chaos theory, you stupid. And one thing he knows from his theory is that nature cannot be tamed, and he criticizes Hammond for being naive. Hammond in return goes, oh yeah? I'll prove we're safe. I invited my grandchildren. Because they're struggling with their parents' divorce. Oh look, it's tour time. Let's see and learn how these dinosaurs come alive. Oh wow, look at these eggs! And oh, what's that? Oh, you're saying that some of these eggs are velociraptors? And that they eat their prey while they're still alive. I see. And this place is only run by 20 people because you guys wanted to prioritize automation in the park? Oh, what's that? They had to move the velociraptors to a pen in a far corner and there's electric fences put up because they hunt any human that walks near them? Okay. I only have one question then. Do you guys provide strollers? Because I'm about to bring all the kids. It's at this point we're introduced to lead scientist Henry Wu. In the movie, we see him being more of a calmer, kickback kind of dude that's really prideful about what he's done. While we do see this in the book, there's definitely some moments I'm like, eh. For instance, when Malcolm presses Wu on trying to control life on the island, he goes, these animals are genetically engineered to be unable to survive in the real world. They can only live here in Jurassic Park. They are not free at all. They are essentially our prisoners. Okay, buddy. This is the man who's working hand in hand with Hammond, who's introducing us to the rest of the Jurassic Park team as well. So we have John Arnold, a man who's been hired to work on amusement parks with this crazy experience working at Disney and other theme parks. It's through him that we learn that he finds the amusement park rides at Jurassic Park dangerous and that it requires constant maintenance that we're not going to give because why would we? Oh, you thought the rides weren't getting attention. You wouldn't believe what the zoo's getting. It's also important to note that the security system is attached to the main grid, so when the power goes out, everything goes out. Food protocol resets so we lose track of when dinos get hungry, and random dinos are just dying around the park, so the atmosphere is just right. We also meet Jurassic Park's game warden, Robert Muldoon. This guy watches over the dinosaurs, so his perspective on things, I'd argue, are super important. For instance, when asked what his favorite dinosaurs were, he's not slow at recalling the fan favorites.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
Yo, there's raptors on the
I
sidewalk.
don't give a f if you're on the sidewalk. I'm a human f***ing being. You're standing around my car. At the beach.
May I introduce you to the Dilophosaurus, the ones that have venom in their saliva, so they paralyze their prey before they eat them alive. They spit up to 50 feet. Oh. Another one? Oh, sure. What about velociraptors? I know we've talked about it before, but did we mention that these are dinosaurs that he's convinced kill for fun and are pretty intelligent, so they break out often? Last incident, they killed 2 construction workers and maimed another. The only reason he stayed? They gave him 2 rocket launchers. Did I mention the T-Rex? There's also Dr. Jerry Harding, the park's chief veterinarian, but he just seems like a chill guy, so we won't talk about him too much. After all of this and meeting the beautiful staff at Jurassic Park, Grant makes a discovery. He finds a velociraptor egg, which means they're breeding. Okay, so this is where I personally will cut the tape, because this means everything about this island is a lie, and I need a helicopter right now. Thank you very much. But let's see what else happens in the meanwhile.
Hold on to your butts.
The computers that monitor the dinos doesn't really do its job, so we find out the number of dinosaurs went from 238 to 292. But this doesn't make sense because big dinosaurs aren't having babies! But the raptors eat dinosaur eggs and they'll usually do it at night. Does anybody monitor the park at night? We're not even halfway through the book yet! We keep on moving with the tour and we see the group all enter land cruisers and go check out the beautiful exhibits the park has to offer. But when it starts to rain, the land cruisers stop. So we look in the night vision goggles that the cruisers offer and oh snap, a ship! A ship that's unknowingly carrying velociraptors that they could see through the goggles. A ship that's carrying velociraptors to the mainland. No! We better call it in on the radio, but wait, there's more. The radios don't work because we haven't talked about the last member of the Jurassic Park crew, Dennis Nedry. This man is the mastermind behind the code that runs Jurassic Park, and he's not there right now. Why? Because he's stealing samples of dinosaur DNA because you overworked him, InGen. You overworked him. What a beautiful lesson to learn about the corporate world. Treat your employees like trash, and they'll leave your loved ones with the T-Rex. This is where we get to the classic scene of Rexy here pulling up and tossing the land cruisers around like they're toys. Everyone gets separated, but our eyes end up following the perspective of Grant, Lex, and Tim as they make their way back to home base. There are actually some pretty great scenes in the book that I wish were in the movie that do involve this lovely T-Rex. While Grant, Tim, and Lex are trying to find their way back, they end up finding a lovely raft and a beautiful river that allows easy access back to everyone else, until they find Rexy sleeping against a big tree. Lex being Lex decides to cough and stir up noise that leads to her waking up and chasing the raft in the river. But there's no way that... wait. After they barely make it away from the river incident, we then visit the aviary. But one may ask, Nathan, why was the aviary never a part of the tour? Oh, the aviary? Well, of course, it's because we had a situation in the building.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Sierradactylus. Sierradactylus are extremely ugly, hairy bird-like creatures that are extremely territorial and will dive as hard as they can to decapitate you. Finally, everyone makes it to the visitor lodge and the control room where Arnold realizes that the main power was never really on this whole time. It was just the auxiliary power, aka the velociraptors are out and they are ready to partay. Arnold and Henry Wu unfortunately party too hard, and before Lex and Tim are about to join, Grant comes to save them by injecting poison into the eggs and duking it out with syringes in the laboratory.
Stop that, bro. Stop that, bro. Stop that, bro. Stop that, bro.
The video goes on for 3 minutes.
Grant turns on the power, and Tim is able to get the computer on, and through some Hackerman moments, they get control of the power and ward the raptors away. During this whole time, Malcolm is straight up high out of his mind because of the morphine, and he goes into a delirious state talking about chaos theory, and when the dinosaurs are warded off from the visitors lodge, Hammond goes out for a walk to avoid smelling Malcolm's flesh. Hammond is walking when he hears the screech of a T-Rex, and this makes him fall down a hill and break his ankle. A bunch of compies jump the living crap out of him and inject him with poison that simulates a narcotic. Hammond dies, and Malcolm also dies because he was never able to get the medical attention he needed fast enough. But hey, the rest of them get rescued, and the island gets bombed to shreds when they realize that the raptors plan on migrating off the island. Wait a minute. This data shows here weird migration patterns of animals in other parts of Costa Rica. Oh my god. This wraps up all the things I thought were funny from the novel, but the last thing I wanted to talk about is the relationship Grant has with Tim and Lex in the novel. In the movie, Grant does not like children and has to force himself to be vulnerable with them when they're trying to escape the park. The book shows the opposite, where Grant is actually a huge fan of children and entertains Tim's thoughts on dinosaurs and shows a lot of compassion towards Lex as well. I personally prefer the book version for this because it does a lot for the overall story that Jurassic Park tries to tell us. The children serve as symbols for the childlike wonder that almost every child has with dinosaurs. I mean, how can you not love them growing up? They look cool, and the depictions of them just carry so much power in showing us what happened on our planet before us. It's through the plot that we see this childlike wonder be challenged with a more adult outlook that is similar to what Malcolm holds, taking out the admiration for dinosaurs and putting in senses of danger and fear. Grant serves as the middleman of this transition, and it's through Grant communicating with the kids in a nicer manner that we understand that it's okay to have both that love for dinosaurs without sacrificing the pragmatism that comes with handling them if they were here in real life. This is why in both depictions of the story in film and book do we see the kids gravitate to this man and create a special bond with him. Aw, isn't that sweet? With that aside, we pretty much went over the big differences that occurred in the book but weren't shown in the movie. I hope you guys enjoyed my breakdown, and remember to download the app and follow us on our socials. Thank you.